Apparently, they're making a sequel to that Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Saw the first one. It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
I don't think it needs a second.
I don't even think it needed a movie.
You know what was better? Willy's Wonderland.
Yes.
Zero dialogue. It didn't need it.
I was like, this is going to be a great movie because Nicolas Cage isn't going to speak the entire time.
And now, no disrespect to Nicolas Cage though, but like now they're making a sequel to fucking that movie Megan. It was like it was this robot
Oh
girl.
my god! Now it looks like Alita Battle Angel.
I know.
I saw the trailer for it earlier.
What was I doing?
I'll watch it, but mainly out of like.
I haven't even watched the first one. Is it even good?
The first one's good. It's like a straightforward horror movie. Now they're making it like it's Mission Impossible mixed with Alita Battle Angel shit. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
So I read this. It's a joke. It's more of a dad joke. Guy walks into a pet store. He's looking at some cages. He asks the clerk there, "Hey, is there any nickel in this cage?" No.
Nicolas Cage.
It might be iron or something. So you're telling me there's no nickel in this? Yeah, there's no nickel. So it's a Nicolas Cage. Ha! And like I said, it's a dad joke. It was a I have dad jokes on Facebook, and I saw that. I'm like, that is like the epitome of dad jokes.
Yeah.
It's a terrible joke, but kind of funny at the same time.
When you brought that up, I remember back in high school, Mr. Joyner, I think he was our English class or something. What he was. So we had to read a book of our choice and give an oral report in front of the class.
Oh, an oral report in front of the class. Oh yeah. Oh, you meant speaking.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. I used the wrong word, didn't I?
Yeah, you gotta
Anyway,
choose your words wisely around
Yes, I
Landon.
do, yeah. Anyway, get in front of class and explain the book that you read. And I forgot what I had to do or something or other, and I didn't have time to just get a book and read it. So went to the library and I got a book of jokes.
Oh, I remember you telling me about
when
that.
it's my turn to get up, and I started, he just looked, shook his head. I said, "Well, Mr. Jordan, you said any book of our choice," and I said, "I thought I'd just change the pace up a little bit, and I still got a good grade, because hey." And I told him, he said, "Jokes," I said, "They're all out of the book, sir. It's not the ones I made up or ones I knew. They're all out of the book," and I had marked them. I said, "Here they are." But I tell jokes in front of class. I won't forget that.
This is one of the memories that just sticks to you. I remember they wasn't a book of our choosing, and I remember 8th grade. They made us read The Outsiders.
Yes, I love The
I'm just like, I never really got into because I was more or less a nonfiction type person. I would like read stuff about history, science, whatever. And but like 8th grade, they give us this book about called The Outsiders, and I don't know, just something about that book I just wanted to read. I wanted to read it by myself. I didn't want to read it through an audio book like we were reading it. I mean, we were still reading it, but like the teacher was put like a tape in a tape.
Oh, we didn't
player.
have a tape 4 hours.
Yeah,
We ever watched the movie after though.
we did watch the movie.
Both of them.
Yeah,
That one with
the other was a TV show.
Wait, no. Sorry, I'm thinking of Romeo and Juliet.
No.
That had what's his face?
Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in high school. I think
Yeah.
I watched that one. But we watched the Outsiders movie in 8th grade, and I'm like,
Fucking awesome. I love it.
it was awesome. And I'm like, I wish I had a group of friends, like how everybody knew each other in the neighborhood, like these guys did in The Outsiders.
So, a little bit off topic. We had a customer come in today, and the last time he was here, he said, "Yeah, man, I'll check out your podcast." And then he came in, and he's like, "Dude, the podcast is fucking funny." I was like, "Thank you." He's like, but my wife isn't really too big of a fan. I'm like, why? Is it too offensive? And he's like, it's not offensive enough. Really now?
Not offensive enough.
So we're gonna make this,
Our very
little mo-
special racist episode.
yeah, and it's not gonna be censored at all. So shout out to Trevor, whatever your last name may be.
This one's for your wife.
He doesn't think we're funny.
Just so you know. If
Oh.
she likes this, if she likes this episode, I'm f***ing her.
The other thing, I'm like, whoa.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's something you're gonna have to edit out.
Yes. No, I said it was uncensored. You gotta keep my word.
Hey,
They won't
it's
know.
it's kind of offensive to talk about. I'm not really gonna do that because I'm married. But I mean, hey, people don't like that.
But anyway, I said, well, how many episodes have you listened to? He's like, about 2. And I'm like, okay. And then he started talking about, he just started describing all the members. And I'm like, wait, this person didn't join yet. He was talking about you. And this person wasn't joined yet. I'm like, which episode did you listen to? He was like, well, you guys were talking about like EMT stuff. And I'm like, you are listening to the latest episodes. You didn't listen to the very beginning. He's like, no, I know better than that. If you want offensive, go back and listen to the first episode and then just go from there.
Yeah.
Because you are starting in the wrong spot. So, anyways.
I'm glad to know I'm well liked, I guess.
I'm Landon.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Dylan.
And we got Tom back as a guest.
And pre-faded cowboy boot Spencer is not here.
Yeah, what happened to him again?
We went to the speakeasy with
His boyfriend.
his boyfriend.
No. What really happened? Don't sugarcoat the fucking thing.
He went to go get a dildo shoved up his ass.
Oh yeah.
It's like that special treat. They go into the speakeasy. The other guy, what is his name? Ethan.
Yeah.
He secretly brought a dildo to the speakeasy. As
So-
soon as Spencer sits down, he puts it right in his seat.
They're just calling it
Are you
a
serious?
speakeasy because
No.
they don't want each other's
making a
parents
joke.
knowing, because they live with each other's parents, knowing that they're fucking. So they got to speak easy about fucking.
Yeah.
My leg.
I mean, they play nice classical music. They give you a brandy or whatever you want to fucking order.
Who the hell gets a brandy?
And then later, you just hear, ah! Ram that thing up their ass.
No, Spencer gonna be like, "Oh, daddy."
It's a
Hey, do I hear somebody screaming behind the wall?
it's a bar.
No.
It's I'll describe it later. It's a bar with happy endings. Just not the type of happy ending you would expect.
I'm surprised I ate literally all of this, even the cookie.
Are there a lot of gays there or something?
Oh, there were a lot of gays there.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, I've never been there, so
You what?
I've never been.
Yes, there's a lot of gays in the speakeasy.
No.
No.
Okay.
We're just fucking around.
My fortune says next week will be a time of self-discovery. What am I going back to teenage years? Early teenage years when I'm discovering my penis and what it can do?
My penis can explode? What? And it
Who
feels
is
good?
this white goopy stuff? Butters.
Wait, this isn't piss.
Why is my pee white?
Okay,
It's sticky.
bro. I remember that episode.
that for later.
I remember that.
Scoops it up.
I first watched that episode of South Park when I was like 4 or 5 years old. I had
Sarcastic
no
ball.
idea
Yes.
what the hell Butters was doing. I thought he was having trouble trying to pee and it was hurting.
What was it
The
called?
bad part is,
I don't know.
Butters.
I knew
Magic
about
Goop or
sex and
something?
everything when I was 5 because my brother was 6 years older than me.
Later.
So I already knew about all of it by the time I was 5.
Yep.
He actually showed me my first porno, and it was so when everyone had cable, and at a certain time of the night,
Cinemax.
you get a certain channel that will come in, but it's still a little fuzzy, but you can still see some titties and everything.
Don't you mean the porno version of Cinemax? Cine-ass?
Do you guys remember?
Skinamax.
You guys remember the late night commercials where, "Hi,
Yes.
I want to talk to you." It was like
Yeah.
this hot girl on TV, and I'm like, "I
Girls
don't want to
Gone
talk to you. I
Wild.
want to fuck you."
Girls Going Wild.
Yeah.
I wanted it when I was a kid.
Remember that one fucking show? I can't remember what channel. it was.
Mansers?
No, that one fucking show that came out around the time when we were in like high school. I think what was it called? Buck Wild. It takes place in like.
Oh,
West Virginia.
yeah.
It's basically Jersey Shore but for white trash.
I think that was South Carolina, wasn't it?
No, it was West Virginia.
Was it? Was it
Yeah,
Virginia Beach?
It was West Virginia.
West Virginia?
Yeah. It was like fucking Jersey Shore but for white trash people.
Yeah, I do remember it, but I thought it was elsewhere.
Every reality show is for white trash people.
I mean, Jersey Shore was kind of white trash.
I hate.
Little Women's entertaining.
I hated that show. I just don't
Never
like,
watched it.
I don't like the beach. Like I like the beach, but I don't like the beach like
Dude,
surfer dude.
there
type.
is a show. It takes place in Myrtle Beach. It's called Myrtle Manor. It is
Yes.
the real life Trailer Park Boys.
So, that the Myrtle Manor,
I don't know if we talked about this or not.
you used to be able to go and see that house or the trailer park and everything, but it's no longer there. Last time we were at the beach with my parents, whenever we took my daughter for her birthday, my parents came with, and we drove over there. We went down to Myrtle Beach because it was cheaper, and we rode over there, and you can't see it anymore.
Well,
Yeah, I guess they tore it down.
It was a reality TV show.
Yeah. Old Dirty Myrtle with the Myrtle Manor. You know, I think it was just a trailer.
It was just a trailer park,
Yeah.
is what it was.
reminds
It
me.
was funny though.
It reminds me when like remember when Honey Boo Boo?
Oh god, I never watched it. She annoyed the shit out of me.
Yeah.
South
She annoyed the crap out of me. I hated her, and I hated that her mom just allowed. I mean, granted, she was fat as hell too. Just allowed her to just eat like that and be so freaking
I don't
overweight.
understand how that
She
kid-
had
she wanted-
surgery, now she has a pig heart.
I hated Honey Boo Boo. Like that made America look terrible, even worse.
Made backwood. It made Southern America look like shit.
Yes. And
I
then,
don't
Must
understand-
be from Florida.
I don't understand how in the hell that kid won a beauty pageant. There ain't nothing beautiful about that kid.
They were paid off, is what
Yeah.
happened. Yeah.
and then what was it, like 600-pound sisters or whatever, 1,000-pound sisters? I hated that too.
My 600-pound life.
With the sisters?
I think so.
somebody weighed 600 pounds.
Yeah.
I remember when one of them fat bitches.
No, I don't
Fuck
think
it.
600-pound life or whatever is like different people. Like these are sisters. Like the whole show just about them two.
I don't know.
I don't think anybody should be able to capitalize on poor life choices.
No.
But fucking, it reminds me of like this one 600-pound life episode. I can't remember who it was, but it was this fat bitch. She gets called out for eating unhealthy, relapsing a little bit, and they reminded you're supposed to be on a low calorie diet, and then she says, "Well, low calorie don't mean no calorie," and I'm like,
Yeah. I mean, she's not wrong.
she's not wrong, but she was eating a greasy ass fucking pizza.
Yeah.
Look,
I mean, you do
just-
have to indulge every so often, have a cheat day, but
Just to be clear, we're not making fun of you. We're making fun of the bad choices that y'all make that led to your fat assness.
and also those terrible freaking shows that should have never aired.
Yeah. Why would you want to degrade yourself like that for the whole world to see?
Yeah, and even if you lose the weight, you still have
Anything
that
for
hanging
money
over
for
your
some
head
people.
for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but also getting made fun of for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
No matter
Now,
how much
did
money.
they
you
get-
For
paid for
10,
it?
yeah, for $10 billion, would you suck your best friend's dick?
No.
10 million?
10 billion.
10 billion.
Yes.
Like until finish?
Yes. You don't.
Do I get to choose the friend?
Yes. I said your best friend or closest friend.
Yeah, do it.
I would too.
I need
My
the
pride
money.
and integrity are more important to me than money.
$10 billion?
Yeah,
You
dude.
wouldn't suck your friend off for $10 billion.
No.
Would you slap your mama for $1 million?
No.
Shh.
You want to struggle. Shit.
No, I just don't want. I just like you have money, but you
All
still
right.
have the guilt
Dude,
of what
if somebody
you did.
came in
But
here,
you share it with them, like, dude. Like, if I had $10 billion from sucking
look,
my best friend's
my mom-
dick, I would look at it and be like,
Wait.
I would give you $5 billion
Wait.
for letting me do
I
this.
have another question. Do you
Now you both walk out a billionaire.
Do you have to remain friends with who you sucked off?
No,
Okay, then I'll do it.
not necessarily.
I just have to choose the right friend I don't want to be friends with for the rest of my life.
That means you have to suck off Spencer.
Make sure you take your Dramamine.
So it's a fucking
Jesse, I'm sorry.
either way.
You and I can't be friends. I'm not going down on him. I'd rather go down on you and lose you as a friend. I'm sorry.
Hey, as long as we share the money,
Oh fuck. Look, I'll give you half. We're going our separate ways.
that's fine.
I'm sorry. I can't.
I'm gonna be
I
traveling
cannot-
the world.
I can't do it.
I'll be traveling the world. You won't
I'm
see
gonna-
me ever again.
I'm gonna fucking dye my hair and change my name and move somewhere y'all can't find me if I have to do that.
I'd go on a reality show, and be like, "Yeah, I sucked my best friend's cat
You're going to
for
Alaska,
$10 billion."
No, going to. Goddamn, where the fuck do people disappear
Montreal.
at? Nah,
You're going
Montana.
to Djibouti.
Nah, I'm going. I'm going into the mountains of Montana. How about
That's
that?
where you want to go to escape.
Fucking
Okay,
chicken.
for $1 million, would you slap your mom, Landon?
No.
For $1 million,
Nope.
but she gets 500 grand.
Nope. Not
Would you
doing it.
slap your mama
No.
for $1 million?
No.
See, the thing is,
I
it,
could.
like, even if I were not to do it on principle and morality, I like my mom. You seen my mom? She's skinny as hell. If I slap her, her head's coming off.
That doesn't mean you have to go full force. It's just a slap.
Oh,
Literally, it could be like
so,
this.
So it'll just be like.
It literally is just a slap.
I can't do
Like,
it.
it doesn't mean like you're like cocking your arm way back as far as you can and coming around with a good old pimp slap across the face. It's just like you're smacking her butt. What?
Nope.
And you got clappers?
Go away.
Because it really, literally went off whenever I smacked my leg.
You know, it came on when Spencer walked under it, and I'm like, nope, that's not how it works.
Okay.
Watch, it's gonna come back on as soon as
What would you do for all the money in the world?
Oh my god.
Jump off the Empire State.
You gotta give me options, because I can't think of anything. Give me options.
Actually, no. I'll skydive off the One World Trade Center. Either that or the tallest building in Dubai.
Oh fuck.
Would you fly a plane in the World Trade Center?
You're gonna get us fucking like the FBI is gonna kick down that door if you say that.
God, you wanted offensive.
No, they won't, because none of us have our pilot's license. So they can't do shit. Right?
I mean, neither did the guy who flew it to the fucking building. They were terrorists.
That's why they hit the building. They didn't know how to fly. Dodge.
Is making fun of 9/11 ever going to be okay?
No.
Yes, South Park
Eventually.
said it was, what, 21 years? It was okay to make fun of?
21.3 years, I
Yes.
think. Yeah.
It is well over 21.3 years.
So we do what Trey Parker and Matt Stone say.
Because
They
they,
are kings.
they made AIDS funny.
Yeah.
And AIDS killed a lot of
What was
people.
the year? It was 2001?
Yeah, 2001.
Yep.
9/11, that's my mother's birthday.
Oh, really?
9/11.
Oh, wow.
Sure is.
What would you do for a contact bar?
You know, speaking of 9/11, my dad's band, I think it was either last year or the year before, and they played a concert on 9/11, and the name of their band is Strike the Tower. And I asked my dad, I was like, are you guys really going to do this show on 9/11? He's like, we were debating it, but fuck it, it's been a long ass time. And I was like, yeah, it has.
Well, I mean, also, they're a metal band.
Yeah.
Metal bands are offensive. They're supposed to be in
But
your
come
face
on,
offensive.
9/11, Strike the Tower, coincidence?
I remember when like
Inside job.
I remember when parents in the late '90s, early 2000s were always up in arms about like heavy metal music and video games causing Columbine or some shit like that.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Now maybe they got inspired
Look,
by it. but-
Violent video games only just make people who are predestined, just more inclined to violence, just more violent.
yeah.
I play GTA and I think it kept me from being violent.
Okay, example of violence. Quentin Tarantino, I hope I'm quoting this right, but he doesn't like violence, but he loves violence in movies. He doesn't like it in real life, but because people were complaining like, your movies are too violent, and it's like, but they're just fucking movies.
I know.
I like violence in movies, but not in
Yep.
real life.
I always
So-
flip that argument that video games cause violence on the head when, like, there are some movies, like, I don't know, like maybe you watch a fucking Mission Impossible movie that tells you how to wire up a bomb or some shit like that. You think
Hour
a,
games,
a
like.
really smart kid, could figure out how to do something like that just by watching a movie. And
You can make napalm with orange juice and other stuff.
All
Yeah.
the stuff that MacGyver done, you could watch stuff that he
Literally.
Like
It's just
they
diesel and
they
styrofoam.
pile all on violent video games, but they don't ever say anything about violent movies.
Yeah, it's been a long time back, but there's games that you could work it out where you could get in this, shooting the bad guys, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was cars crashing each other, the bad guys killing the good guys. And I could see how people, if you played it enough, it could cause you to do that stuff. And there was a time that I played that blank game. I mean, it's been up to when my son was real young, my youngest boy. I could see how people could do that because I would be out and I'd see one of those black SUVs. I wanted to ram him. And I don't know why, but it flashed back, on the movie. But if you played it enough, it's just like it was there. I don't know how to explain.
They are
it, but
saying,
I
though,
said, Lord Almighty. But I can see how people
Games,
see all
people
stuff.
that are gamers are with their dexterity skills with controllers and reactionary time. They're better laparoscopic surgeons.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of times when
Yep.
I'm like, maybe say I open up a cabinet and something falls out, it's always, and I grab it
Yeah,
like without even thinking.
yeah. Because video games can help with your reactionary times, especially first-person shooters.
Yeah,
And like before, they don't really do it as much anymore. Like when something attacks you and it has you latched on, they're latched onto you, and you have to press a certain sequence of buttons that pops up on the screen, and you have to do it quickly, and you have to react to it.
thank you, Guitar Hero.
Oh, speaking of games, it's like if some person just didn't think about it. The game Doom, for example, it's like, oh, there's demons, demonic shit in there.
You're sawing them in half.
But
with a
what
gun.
they don't realize is you're killing the demons.
You were killing Satan's minions.
Yes.
It wasn't sacrilegious.
Tom, in this game, you literally go to hell, but you're killing demons and Satan and all that. So you're playing
Yeah.
as a savior, like a good guy, basically. But the game's very violent.
The way you
If
kill the
get
demons.
tied up in it, can it make you feel that way? And then you start seeing things and think you're seeing these demons.
No. Unless
You'd
you're
have to-
seriously mentally sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
what I'm about
I
to
know,
say.
but I
Unless you have
played
some kind
that
of
game a
severe
lot
mental
'cause-
illness.
I think it was like 007 or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
nice.
Continuously, you was shooting and killing the bad guys and ramming the SUVs or doing something other. But when I was out driving, I see one. It just flashed back in my mind.
Yeah.
Ram him. Kill him.
So
But
there
can
is
that
a
affect if they played it for so long? Can it affect them that way?
Tom, I've been playing games like that.
I mean, I don't know, but I said, oh shit.
so
no,
it is also they say it's also
But I'm
very
not
natural.
saying everybody. But
Yeah, they also say it's natural to be driving down the road and like,
Someone
let's
cuts you
just-
off. I want
yeah.
to fucking ram them off the road.
yeah, that or like,
called the shadow side.
let's just veer over and hit this car head on. It apparently is actually natural to have those thoughts.
It's called the shadow side. It's
Yeah.
something in psychology where where because of our conscious, we always have evil thoughts. Everyone has evil thoughts.
Yeah.
Sometimes you know, somebody cut you off, or say those fat bitches at Subway. Something and you just like when you're angry, you just want to gut them like a pig.
Well, I wasn't like
a
that.
pig.
I was not mad about that.
But can
I
stuff
wanted
like
to
that
push
cause
them
you
over
be-
so I
You
could
wanted to
watch
push them
You have to be
over.
severely mental ill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what you experienced, I can't explain that.
I don't know. It's just it flashed back. I played the games and just like, oh, I'm around, but I didn't.
How long ago was this?
Oh God, it was 10 years ago.
How old are you, Tom?
Probably like maybe my 20s,
No, how are you now?
82.
Okay.
I never
That's been a
done
long
it.
time ago.
Oh yeah, I never done it or anything.
You had
Just
games
I
like
can
that back
see-
when you were 20?
Dude,
It was
NES,
like 007.
GoldenEye.
Yeah, GoldenEye. Just that you could have unlimited shooting and different
That
weapons.
was
and
like the 60s.
ramming the bad guys and
GoldenEye was not
with
the
your
60s.
vehicles. And
No.
Oh.
How old were you in the 60s? Like 20 something?
I graduated in '61.
High school?
Yeah, so about 18.
Y'all had
years.
games like that back then?
No.
No, this was later on.
I was about to say.
He's
yeah.
Yeah,
he's
that's
talking
when-
he's talking probably around the
Well,
80s and
when I-
90s.
Okay, I was about to
When
say
I
because
had
this
my young-
timeline doesn't make any
No,
sense.
I'm sorry. When I was when my youngest son was born, I was 42.
Okay.
So it was he might have been 8 or 10, somewhere along in there. They had those games.
Yeah.
So 42, maybe what 50 something in the 50s, whenever they come out. 007, GoldenEye, and all that stuff.
So that was like N64 era, so that's probably somewhere around the
Yeah.
mid 90s.
Yeah.
There you go. But it's just, and I got to think, I said, Lord, if it makes me feel this way, I mean, these kids that see all this other stuff going, it makes them do it if they see it and do it and play enough. So I didn't know.
Well,
Nah, you gotta be severely mental ill for
we've all been playing games like that for the last like 15 plus
that. Yeah,
years.
we've been playing games where you're literally
But that was
murdering
back
each
then
other.
when
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
no, I
little,
know.
But
San Andreas running around with a chainsaw chopping people in half.
Yes. Fucking GTA games. Oh, look, there's a random NPC. Let's
Got a
kill him.
fucking katana, cut their head off.
But
Just some random NPC standing there minding his own business.
I'm gonna get
Pow!
flagged. We're gonna get flagged for me probably. Like when I would watch Breaking Bad or any of these crime shows or anything like that for the first time, it made me wish that I was in some sort of criminal organization.
Yeah.
Just to feel like a badass.
See, okay, so
That's like the mafia movies.
I had a similar experience, like not necessarily because I wanted to feel like a badass. It's because I grew up so poor. There are so many times
Yeah.
where I felt like I was just so tempted to, go into moonshining or selling weed or bope, and then probably it would end up escalating
bope?
from there. What?
What's Bope?
I said both.
Oh, they just said Bope. I'm like, what's Bope?
I said both.
Okay.
But
I seriously thought you said Bope. I'm like, what's a Bope?
but that comes from playing games and stuff.
No, that came from just sheer out of like desperation to make some money, because there wasn't no work around. Because I got tired of my mom complaining about money and everything, always struggling and everything, and like that temptation is there. That temptation, and see, a lot of things when people talk about crime, they don't. That sometimes it's done because they got they feel like they have no choice. They don't have they don't. There's not a lot of money around. They grew up poor, and they just feel like society isn't going to throw them bones, so they got to take control somehow. But unfortunately, they make the wrong decision.
See, Breaking Bad, that made me want to make meth. Not smoke it, make it, and then immediately destroy it. I just wanted the experience of making the stuff.
Yeah,
Just to see how it was.
like when I got in trouble because they thought I was rolling joints in 8th grade. I used to love watching this show called Lock and Load with Arlie Army, where he would just talk about the history of guns and stuff. When he was talking about ammo, he was talking about how in the Civil War we used to have a paper cartridge where, like, you would have the gunpowder and the ball, and and then pour the gunpowder and then take the ball and slam it down in the musket. I was making a replica of one of those. And,
Making a burp.
in 8th grade, and they thought I was rolling joints, and they pulled me into the fucking officer's office, resource officer's place, asking me what the hell I was doing, and I'm like, you ever see that show called Arlie Army? Well, I watched an episode of him talking about making ammo, like making Civil War ammo, and I wanted to see if I could, because it was just a rock and a little bit of dirt. substitute for
You
gunpowder.
know what really pissed me off one time? This was
Oh, it really grinds my gears.
completely different thing, but you know how during like the EOC, like the end of course test, they would always give you a blank piece of paper on the math test. Well, I never used it. This one time, it's just
I
a
got in
blank.
trouble for drawing.
It's a blank fucking piece of paper. I drew on it, and they have to take all the papers, and it's like, why are you taking this one? There's a doodle on it. There's literally nothing on here, and it was because they didn't want me taking it. I guess if in case I had like math problems or something. I don't know why they fucking took it. I was like, dude, this is like a perfect fucking doodle. I was pissed when they took it.
It's like
That's
you
just-
tell your friend, if I do this type of doodle, it's A. If I do this kind, it's B.
Bro, I had a similar experience, but I was doodling the Ed, Edd n Eddy. I was drawing them, and I drew it really good. But I ended up getting in trouble for drawing them, and I'm like, y'all should be like impressed. That's a really good drawing of Ed, Edd n Eddy right there.
Can I at least take a picture of it for you? Oh no, wait, you took my fucking phone too, bitch.
That's in that bucket.
It's in the plastic bin with all the other fucking phones.
What was the purpose of blank paper? Work out the problem.
Scrap
on the
paper.
Yeah,
blank
that's what
Yeah.
it was for. But
But
why'd
if
you
you
have to?
could-
But we had
Well,
calculators.
wait a minute, but if you could do it in your head, why would you need the paper?
Then we
Just
also
in
had
case you wanted to
calculators.
you wanted to see it.
Yeah, I would use it. I actually did because some certain equations I had to write out myself in order for me to actually visualize it in my head
When was this?
in high school.
See, we didn't have nothing like that.
And then we also had calculators, so literally you could. Well, there's a portion that you can't use calculator, and then there's a portion that you can. But like the portion with the calculator is like because we had the graphic calculators.
What was it
whatever.
called? Calculator active, calculator inactive.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I
Gotta show your work. You can use calculator, but you still gotta show your work. Fuck you.
So you want me
What
to
difference does it
to
make
figure
come
out
up
the answer?
right
on the-
answer?
So literally, whenever in class when they would say, you can use your calculator, but I want you to show your work. Literally, I would write it out and then do it on the calculator and just put the answer on the piece of paper underneath so it's showing my work.
So the way I took that is, so you want me to do the problem on a calculator, and then you want me to do the problem again on a fucking piece of paper. It's like I'm doing the damn problem twice.
Yeah, I just did it all on the calculator. I just wrote down like it's like it's like a word problem, and it's like this car is traveling from this location, traveling at this speed.
All
And I
know
would
is,
just write it out like that, and then put it on the calculator, and then write the answer.
all I
down.
know is my brain went away with math the minute we started adding letters into equations.
Oh, I was
No.
great in algebra.
I was terrible.
I loved algebra.
My youngest son, was helping with his homework and just like math and division or whatever it was, and I did it the old way, like like I was taught. He said, "Well, that's not right." I said, "But it's the right answer." But this is how you do it. I said, "But why go the long way when you can do the short way and get the right answer?"
Yeah, there's different
I
ways
said,
of
I don't
doing it.
understand
Like I had
it.
a teacher that it was my advanced functions teacher, and I did not like her. It was her way or no way. It had to be her way. And I could not understand the way she was teaching it. So I went to my favorite algebra teacher, and she also taught advanced functions. And I asked her, I'm like, can you help me with this? And she said, yeah. And she showed me another way, and I'm like, holy crap, I get it. So I did it on a test on the other teacher's way that she showed me, and she gave me a freaking F. But yeah, I had all the right answers. It's because I didn't do it the way she did it, the way she wanted
So
it.
that's not right.
No.
And a lot of employers, especially when you're working manufacturing, do the exact same way. Like I will find like a shorter, easier way of doing something. No safety violations or anything.
Yeah.
But they'll come and tell me, "Oh, you can't do it like that. You got to do it like this, the longer and harder way." And I'm like,
Like my cock.
if it ends in the exact same result, what what does it matter what
Yeah.
method that you use?
Yeah.
Because I told my boy, I said, I don't know how you won't do this. I said, this is the way I was taught. I got the right answer. So
Yeah.
what difference does it make? Well, this is how it's supposed to do. I said, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I said, I wasn't taught like that.
What
It was just a longer way around. I said, well, here's the way it goes. This
do you
way
know
you-
how? For me, it's like, do you know how to add? Do you know how to subtract, divide, and multiply? That's the only thing I'm ever gonna have to use. Unless I'm like a construction worker, where I have to learn where I have to, you
Learn
know,
angles.
angles and stuff like that.
Angles
Then
and
I'm
degrees.
I'm not going to use it. Then.
And I mean, fractions is a good one because you need to know that also.
I know how to do fractions.
Yeah, like that's also a decent one. Like, if you take half of this, what are you gonna have? If you take half of 2, what are you gonna have? I have fucking 1. Like, stuff like that. It's basic math, which is more used in daily life than advanced functions.
In geometry, all you got to do is you just got to have one of those compasses to know what
Protractors?
protractors that you have to know what angle you're doing.
Yeah.
It does it for you.
Like, even
Was it geometry? We had to have a slide rule.
Slide rule.
Was it geometry or
Tractor.
physics?
a
No
slide
geometry.
roller?
We had to have a slide rule.
You talking about the protractor?
No, this was like a ruler, and you had that little white thing across here, and you just slide it across. It's called a slide rule.
I think that's just a different type of roller. I never used one.
It's like that. It's
That's
like that
what-
one
was
song.
part of our course.
I
It's
never
like that one-
I never used one. I took physics also.
I can't remember what
And
it
I
was,
did
geometry
geometry.
or physics or something.
I took physics,
We had to
physical
have a
science,
slide
and
rule.
chemistry in high school. I had like 10 sciences.
The only time I ever heard slide rules was listen to that Sam Cooke song. Don't know much about history.
It was for something we used it for.
Yeah.
I can't remember what. It was for a slide rule.
It might have been something that got taken away.
Don't know much about history.
Look, Nikola Tesla isn't even taught in schools anymore.
What?
Nikola Tesla isn't even taught in school, at least middle school.
Yeah. The guy like Thomas Edison plagiarized.
Yeah. And was killed because of his ideas that were working because he was able to harness free energy with the electricity that's already in the air. Like that's what the Tesla coil did.
Yeah.
But they couldn't make money off of it. So yeah.
We make
But-
electricity with our bodies too.
Yeah, but because I was talking to one of the teachers at the school, and I was talking to her about Nikola Tesla. She's like, "Who is that?"
Are you fucking kidding
I'm
me?
like, "You're a history teacher. That's a part of history. How do you not know who that is? We don't teach that." I'm like, "What?
I know.
That was a big part of history."
I knew about Nikola Tesla because, for one, I was reading books on science and history, so his name popped up a few times.
Acting like you know the way ahead, like you know the rules. There are no rules, man. We're lost.
That's what they're going to be saying in your mouth later.
Oh, well, yeah. Wait, I'm sucking you off for 10 billion.
And I'm sucking you off for 10 billion.
We're
And then we're going to give each other 5 billion for doing it.
Hey, you know what? You
So
know
we're still going to walk away
hey,
with 10 billion.
You know what snowballing is?
I've heard of it. I can't think of what it is.
It's where a girl's sucking you off, you brick right in her mouth, and then she spits it into your mouth.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's okay.
Clerks.
Yeah, that's what I heard it from. You ever heard of Angry Dragon?
Angry Dragon.
Tom, you ever heard of Angry Dragon?
Is that where you get your dick stuck in a Chinese finger?
No.
trap?
So as you're getting
See, I never
sucked
heard
off,
snowballing either, and I
so
wanna
as you're
do
getting
that.
sucked off, and you come, you smack the back of their head while they're still on there, and then it comes out of their nose.
It's funny.
Angry Dragon.
You're wearing a shirt with
Never done
dragons
that
on it,
either.
I am.
and they're white.
House of Dragons. I love House of Dragons. I love Game of Thrones.
So I've not watched it. I'll
You
probably.
need to watch it.
I'm
Oh
going
my
to play.
God.
I'm going to play said game when it comes out, and if I like it, I'll start watching the show.
No, you should start watching the show first. I can't wait for the game though. Oh my god.
Yeah, it looks good.
I hope they make a Skyrim show.
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
Yes.
An Elder Scrolls show, basically.
Well, anyway, in a way, Game of Thrones is similar to Skyrim. In a way.
Minus the family fucking
That we know of.
that we know of.
I mean, who knows?
I remember
Maybe
when-
that's how
I
Dragonborns were
remember
made.
somebody modded like clothes, like outfits and shit from Game of Thrones into Skyrim at one point. I can't remember if it was the original version or the special edition remastered.
You
I
see
mean-
the World War II mod for Skyrim?
Yeah, I see it.
What?
I saw it.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's like Americans and Germans. It's like, yeah, they're just shooting each other.
I saw-
They got the guns and everything.
I saw
Wow.
somebody remake one of the Vampire the Masquerade games with fucking Skyrim's engine.
Somebody made their own game with Skyrim's engine, but it's like a Far Cry game. It takes place in a city. They did all these
It
things.
might be the same thing I'm talking about. Vampire
Might be.
Masquerade something.
Yeah, it could be.
I'm tired.
It's like $9.50. Holy shit! It's only $9.50. I thought it'd be $11.
Well, I mean, you gotta think. I worked earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't get much sleep last night either. My dang-a-lang. My dang-a-lang.
I want you to play with my
Dang-a-lang. My dang-a-lang-a-lang.
Dogs I got to get.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's about that time.
Been gone, guys.
Anybody need to be recircumcised?
I enjoy it.
Nah, once is good enough for me.
Yours hasn't grown back yet?
There's a lot of extra skin
No,
on my
I-
asshole that needs to be trimmed.
Dude, what if it would, that would suck if like it grew back and like yearly you have to get it trimmed if you want to keep it.
I'd rather just keep the mouth full of dick.
Right. I'd rather keep the hood then.
I don't want no blades or nothing near this area.
No.
I have horror stories sometimes of somebody taking one of them X-Acto knives that you see in art class and just slicing open my nutsack.
Like I sliced up my thumb.
Yeah. Bro, I cut the middle.
busted.
I cut the middle of my thumb in half. You know those little pill cutters, like you
Yeah.
yeah. I was trying to cut a piece of cardboard against it, but I was pushing my thumb up against the blade like a dumbass,
God.
and then fucking I split the middle of my thumb in half that way.
Dang.
Front door open.
Front
The fuck
door
you eating
open.
a cup
I'm
for?
a goat.
Hey Lily. It's good seeing you again.
Oh yeah.
Big goat from the camping trip.
Yeah, the one that kept biting my pants.
The
Yeah.
fucking goat.
That's just a sweet goat though.
Yeah.
I love goats. I'd like to have a goat.
You
I
want
like
some,
guineas.
You want some styrofoam soda?
You should drink it. Drink it.
All right, we know how to end this with a ritual-
sacrifice?
sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
That looks like an ebony knife from fucking Skyrim.
When the old man comes back in here, hold him down.
Ugh.
I'm gonna kill him like Dexter.
Never watched
If you
that.
trim this, Hayden would kill you.
Let me see. Let me see.
We're using that for the movie.
Sit on it.
It's Hayden's knife. So.
He might like it. He going pick it up a. Oh, it smells like booty hole.
Smells like cop ass.
Why is the blade brown?
It's dried blood. I stabbed somebody.
Somebody spit in my drink.
No, it's cum.
That's why there's no flavor.
That's why it's salty.
It's salty, but it's also sweet. Not that I know.
I'm about to block every fucking number that's calling me about land. Because
Fucking take it, man.
Ah.
Free land.
So yeah, I saw your post about that. Do not ever respond to those messages
yeah,
because then they get all your information from your phone, just like emails and stuff like that. They can get all your information like
What's
that.
that?
Scam text, that are, or it's basically fraud text. Like they can get your information if you respond to it.
I try to delete them or block them.
Yeah,
But I seem like I'm getting more spam calls than I did before.
because you're older.
Huh?
Because you're old. It's because you're old. Your age.
They try to take advantage of
Yeah.
elderly people.
That is their primary target for scammers is the elderly.
Well, fellas, I got to
We
go.
didn't hold the old man
Oh,
down.
yeah.
I've enjoyed it. Thank you.
his soul.
Yep. I
hate-
think we should
hate
end
to
it.
leave, but I gotta get out of here.
I think we should end it also.
How about we keep going until 5 in the morning? Okay.
Hell no.
24-hour podcast.
Hell
All
no.
right, y'all
What the
take,
fuck will we talk about?
Y'all take care, okay, guys?
All right. Be careful.
Okay,
Be safe.
I will.
How about this? Every half hour, we have an orgy.
Okay.
What?
It lasts for 15 minutes, and then we go back to talking.
See,
Our assholes will recover.
you know, it would be like a.
Oh, an orgy
like,
between us?
I think you would be the last.
No.
Hey, I think you would be the last one to want to do a 24-hour podcast because you got to edit 24 hours.
Oh,
worth of
no,
fucking
it'd be
footage.
live-
No, at that point, I
It'll
would
be
just,
live stream.
like
You wouldn't care.
raw, just nothing but uncut recording.
Like uncircumcised dicks.
Like
It's
after I upload it, I'm like, well, they got our bank information because I forgot to bleep that.
Bye, guys.
They know our personal history. I forgot to bleep.
Later.
Be good.
See y'all.
All right. Well,
Well, goodbye. It's been a good
Have a good
afternoon.
weekend,
all right, you do the
Front
same.
door open.
We'll go home and continue my entire watch of the entire series of Family Guy and watch it decline.
I'm either going to lay down and go to bed or might get on schedule one. I don't know yet.
I'm police from Doom. No, I don't know what I'm gonna
Front door
I'll
open.
lock in.
do. All right.
Because like ever since the camping trip, I've been progressively watching each season of Family Guy just to see the show decline in real time.
Yeah. I mean, the new season isn't terrible.
Okay, there's a
It's
few
not the
gem
same.
episodes that do come out every now and then.
Like the new episodes and this new season that's out right now, that's still coming out. Like it's not terrible.
There's a
but-
new season.
Yeah, it's still going.
yeah.
Family Guy.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's not the same, but it's not terrible either.
They got fucking Sam Elliott replacing Adam West as
Yep.
We already knew that.
I actually like the change. I mean,
What happened to Adam West?
he died.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You know,
The
it was
actual actor died.
3 years
Yeah, I
ago or
forgot about
something
that.
He died when I was working at Bojangles a few years ago.
Adam
Val Kilmer
West.
died.
Yeah,
Adam,
Val Kilmer
yeah.
died. He was a good Batman. I'm not gonna lie. Val Kilmer was.
I loved
The
his Batman as a
nipples. The nipples.
Now you see, George Clooney was more like along the lines of guilty about that.
Yeah.
That was the most homo fucking Batman movie I've ever.
kid. Bat credit.
Yeah, the Bat
fucking credit card.
You ever watch Nostalgia Critic?
No.
Fucking like there's this running gag where like his character would like scream about the bad credit
still
card, like
recording?
bad credit
Yeah, 'cause it's
card. Yo, give him a bad credit card. And like any time, and it became like a running gag. Anytime anybody would ever mention bad credit card, he would go into like an angry tirade.
I'm gonna order a fake Batman credit card and just use it for one of our videos.
Yeah. Then Nostalgia Critic person, he just kicks you.
Which I need to ask y'all about that, but I'm not gonna do it on the podcast show. Bye.